Yes, we are.
Hello, it's Wednesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah Afolabi Brand. As always, we have the lovely audience in the building. Woo! How you guys doing? Fantastic. And then, ladies, how are you guys?
Very good.
Good.
Very, very. I can see
Midweek.
that all over your face. You look very pretty.
Thank you very much. And we have to really appreciate at Cream Slices.
Yes.
They've given us a cake again for our audience. It's for you. Don't let the producer steal it from you. It's not your cake.
Seriously?
But at Cream Slices have been very constant. For the past 1 month, I think,
Yeah.
they've been giving us cake for our audience every single week, and it's so beautiful and it tastes so good. Thank you so much to
Delight.
hashtag Cream Slices. Thank you so much. Topsy, how are you?
I'm very good. Had team meeting yesterday with my staff.
Your hair is back! Oh my God! Oh Lord!
Happy to have my natural hair back, actually. So I planned the schedule around my hair. 1 month weave, 1 month natural hair. And that's because it can be extremely complex to keep thinking of what to do to my hair and all of that. So I want a break.
Ima's prayer is answered.
No, well,
like
whether she liked it or not, the month of March I was going to carry my natural hair. And whether you like it or not, the month of April I'm going to carry weave. So let's just be organized. And I'm trying to put that in my business too. And you know, it's paying.
Oh, putting hair in your business?
No, putting structure,
being organized.
organizing, the kind of experience. I realize that people want experience. It's not about makeup. It's the way you make me feel when I'm done. And people go back to other people that I think their job is also good. So I'm identifying that it is how you make me feel.
We know you are going to school. Thank you. All right, very well. You're going to go to school.
Seriously.
We know you are going to school. Very well. She'll be teaching us what their teachers are teaching them in class. It's okay. We'll get second-hand knowledge. All right. How are you doing, Nima?
How to service a washing machine. Come and save my life. Because
You're just getting a washing machine for the first time?
No.
I've had one for more than 6 years.
I don't have
So how
one.
come you don't use it?
No, it's faulty. This error message just will not let the thing fetch water, and it's automatic. I'm dying washing every day. Go back home. I've not been able to do anything but host the show. Go back
You know what you
home.
can do? Go to a store and anymore where they sell washing machine. They actually have people
that's
who
the
can
plan.
actually
But then
service
we're afraid of. My husband actually do help me service this thing. It's just not having my time. So please, if you can, help me, because I'm tired of washing. See my hands. I have blisters on my hands.
I can't remember the last time I washed anything. Goodness, it's at least 10 years.
Wow.
I don't wash.
We don't do dishwashing.
For me, I feel like if I don't wash it,
underwear,
you know.
certainly. I do that one
Yeah.
every morning. But everything else,
Like proper washing.
I can't really.
Me too.
Me, I feel if you don't wash it properly with your hands, you haven't
You won't
done
be
a
clean.
good job.
Seriously.
And then it also makes your clothes get old on time.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
Dish
today,
washing or hand washing?
washing machine.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's close. Supposed to get old. Right.
So today is Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday.
Oh, it is.
Ash Wednesday.
You Catholic?
I'm not Catholic. I was born Catholic, and so I've always done that well. But now I'm not Catholic, but I still recognize this today
I should
and
know.
do every year. So my own is during this Lent period, let's take our time to be kind to each other.
Election will be during Lent.
Yes, but let's be kind to each other.
Nigerians
If it's
will be.
something we need to do every day, you can say, okay, what can I do specifically to be kind to one person today? And then before you know it, you would have built a whole
Exciting thing is after
thing of
Lent. After Lent is bridal season. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Well, we'll see what happens because this one that CBN INEC is saying that they will start at 8 o'clock. I can bet $1 million it's not going to happen. Who wants to bet with me? Let us see.
INEC.
Let's do maybe 100,000 naira.
Morayo, I want to bet on your side because we will make the money.
Well,
I
let's
said
try it.
many things that they did not do it.
Let's
So
I
send
don't
a
want to
tweet
gamble.
to the chairman
INEC, yes.
and say, listen, if you don't start at 8 o'clock, I'll pay you 100,000 naira. If you start at 8 o'clock, trust me, you pay me, I mean, whatever.
yeah,
Just-
you're
let's
right.
do that.
You get it right.
You pay them.
Yeah, because
But if they fail,
I
they
can
pay
almost bet with everything I have. That.
That's
But I think I'll happen, bro.
Stop being pessimistic. It's
and
possible. This is a local
8
election.
o'clock in the morning.
I did not
No,
say
this is not the national election. This is a local election.
Yeah.
And the recs are working with it. They have states.
You will see I said it,
offices.
Abi. All right, let's go on the break. When we come back,
I'll let you know.
we'll go on the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay. Now that we have greeted Cream Slices, and we've greeted everybody. Can I have a piece of chocolate now?
Like,
I've been trying to really hold myself. Oh, it's paper time, Abby. Oh, we're back. Yeah. Okay, let's take the papers.
Oh my God.
All right. So we read the papers, the top stories that caught our attention in the papers. We're going to start with no card readers, no results. It's INEC. And our dear ex-president, Baba Ota, said that he has no grudge against our president. Now, this is a good time to be chummy with it because, you know, you don't win already now. So let me don't have bros.
Everybody is a friend of a winner.
Yes, so
That's not how it
winners have plenty friends.
Yes,
Losers
attracts
attract. So Baba said that I have no grudge against Buhari. Would you read the article?
I read
How did he say it? What did
Okay, he was replying to Alake of Egbaland that,
Yes.
that your boss, I am his boss. At his birthday, when the Alake was saying, maybe you should stop criticizing my boss, being someone who had worked under President Buhari as a military head of state at the time. So it's not like he's poaching Baba.
He just came across like that. Know how headlines can mislead you? That's how that was said.
That's not how he said it. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday,
And then the
Alake.
Alake was saying at the birthday, leave my...
Nobody really knows Baba's real age. They keep saying he's 86.
They say he's
84.
now 84.
But he's saying
I think I
82
saw
here.
something-
82 is here.
82.
Or people are saying that different ages.
see, he's in good health,
Yes,
and that's what
and
I'm
he's
happy about.
healthy.
No
Yes.
card readers, no results.
Yes,
Is
INEC. So there had been allegations the last elections that happened February 23rd that maybe the card readers were purposely not being used or that INEC themselves were not deliberately didn't use card readers in some places.
areas.
So INEC is specifically saying that card readers are mandatory during the elections and any place that they find that they were not used, circumvented deliberately, the elections there will be cancelled and the INEC officials will face the law.
Another story that caught our attention, I think was in the Nation, I believe, was the cry for justice as a policeman violates the rape victim. Well, you have that story too, man.
Yes,
Woman,
I
I
do.
think.
Yeah,
Policewoman violates
Yes.
the victim.
So there's this 5-year-old girl in August who was allegedly raped by her landlord's son. And the parents are saying when they took the child to the police station, they heard the policewoman took her into the toilet. They heard her saying, "Take off your pants." And she had her gloves on and inserted her hands into the 5-year-old child. And the child was screaming and was traumatized. And the policewoman came and said, "The hospital report that you brought does not mean anything because I've just checked her." It means
This report.
the hospital is standing by their report.
No, this
and they were
report,
able
no,
to-
let me just say
Let
the
her
hospital,
finish.
that will drop it. Because this report is from the Mirabel Center. This is a recognized center whose usual report usually is the basis for rape convictions in every court in the country, especially in Lagos. And this woman wanted to dispute that kind of report or from such and violated based on that. It wasn't from one private hospital, one nobody hospital. The mother had done the needful. She had
So
taken
what's going
her.
to be done now to this
They're calling
policewoman?
so they're
Of course,
calling
the
for
petitioning
justice, yes.
government, the governor, and the
It's wrong on all fronts. It shouldn't even have happened. There's no basis for a police officer to be using her hand to confirm if there was a rape. There's a procedure, there's a rape kit. At least Lagos has said it over and over again that we have rape kits.
Rape
And that there are
centers.
processes to do this thing, not that you manually do it. She should be
I'm
discharged,
happy
number
that
one.
the family isn't throwing this under the carpet.
Yes.
They're actually going to pursue this, which is great.
Yes.
Another story that caught our attention in that same paper was man kills 99-year-old aunt. Who has that story? Anybody read that?
So this young 29-year-old Owolabi Adewale looked at his 99-year-old aunt and said he's an habitual bet gambler and he likes to do the regular bets. And when he picks numbers that would win, she uses her magical powers to make him lose. So he took a machete and cut this woman and the people around,
This is our country.
There's a lot of mental illness.
telling
For me,
you.
this is just...
This happened in Agor.
Yeah, there's a lot of mental... I just want to believe it is...
Then we have a culture that believes in the other.
Fetish.
So
This is a lazy-minded
That's why you
young
say
man.
99-year-old woman is turning your destiny around.
He's
All right.
lazy-minded. That's why he's betting.
Your
Let's
destiny is
try to
turning
do
on you.
some.
Turning on your own.
Let's dive into some other stories. CBN has banned the sale of forex to importers of textiles. They're saying, Tokwe, you have that story. Yes.
So because of the $4 billion
$40 billion.
$4 billion spent,
40.
$4 billion spent annually on importation of textile. The CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, has said that they've added textile importation to the list of banned items. They would not have access to forex officially. And then he now mentioned that he has already put in a they've put in
Intervention.
an intervention, and I'm actually reading it from this day, and they said $4 billion.
Okay, I'm reading it from the Sun. It says $40 billion.
Okay, so somebody is lying
Somebody is
somewhere.
lying.
They're not lying, they're mistaken.
So, but he's saying that they've promised to bring in an intervention fund, a
Right.
one-digit loan for local manufacturers. Here's my take. I love policies that would engage and increase productivity
content.
within our country. However, you should already provide those incentives before cancelling cancelling avenue for other people to do businesses. You can't just, you can't promise us, you can't cut one. You can't cut off somebody's head with the promise that I will give you a spare head. No. You must provide a spare part.
It's a lot of money, and the textile industry is pretty. The importation is pretty huge. Have you been to Akmugwand?
Yeah, and people are benefiting. There's a full industry. A lot of women are getting
it can be
are
done
employed through it.
it can be done simultaneously, actually.
So I want the increase in the local content, but
I agree
let's
with you, but
balance it.
because this is a large market of Ashebi people, that's why these people are coming here. I think the ban is the right thing to do.
Okay, let's see. Let's speak another interesting story. Polling units nationwide to open by 8 a.m.
already done.
That's what INEC said. I'm just telling
we're
you
waiting
what
for
the
them.
papers. We'll see.
Pessimistic people.
Okay. You were destined by God to win second term. Sultan Oni, others tell Buhari. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they said.
That's
We stop lip
disputable
service. You
because-
see, I really, really love our traditional institution. I feel that we
Not
should
lip service, so
we should uphold. Yeah, God has
Yeah,
given the
congratulations.
presidency, and whether we like it or not, we're religious in our society. And if he gotten another chance, means that God wants him to rule Nigeria again.
Simple.
Full stop.
Yes.
However, I want our leaders, our traditional rulers, to occupy the role of traditional rulers. Like take ownership.
That's it.
They're
That's what he
occupying.
offers them.
Please, can we talk
Let
about
They're
me-
just
it?
I
asking
wanted
that
to add
for
the-
all of us to work together with the president.
The story
Maybe
of
to be
the
mandated by God.
PDP presidential candidate and his team asking the INEC permission to inspect
Collation papers.
collation papers. So we're at the stage of a tribunal, and whether it's destined or not is still questionable.
Okay.
Fantastic. And Yuko is saying that Nigeria's anti-corruption fight frustrated. Is that you have that
So
story?
yes, the program manager of the Rule of Law Anti-Corruption Program, which is a program of the British Council, his name is Mr. Uche Emmanuel, mentioned this in a workshop organized by British Council, that the fight against corruption in Nigeria is frustrated by the agencies. He mentioned EFCC, ICPC. I didn't even know that there was something called Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, that all of these people are working independently. So they're like doing it in silos, that so it's not effective, as opposed to if they were all working together to fight corruption. And that maybe they will suggest how we can do it better, obviously.
Okay, so how many people here use mouthwash? Mouthwash, okay. There's information for you here.
Okay.
It says mouthwash. Okay, let me let you go ahead.
Okay, this Frontiers, there's a journal, Frontiers in Cellular and Infection Microbiology, has come out to say that there's a chemical, chlorhexidine, that is contained in all the mouthwash that we use, and is likely to, his job is to destroy oral bacteria that help maintain normal blood pressure in humans. And it's contained in all your oral rinse, mouth rinse, mouth bath,
In other
all the
words,
names they give it.
The more mouthwash you use, the more high blood pressure you have.
The most likely to have blood pressure.
That's what they said.
In the ULs.
All this research is, please,
You know
nah.
what?
We don't know will not kill us.
No, you can avoid it. Use Paco.
Go back to using ashes and charcoal.
Yes.
Ashes and charcoal.
Yes, activated charcoal. Great
That's
mouthwash.
I even have a
Great.
toothbrush now. It's activated charcoal. It's
Well,
black and all
At
of
the
that.
time I used to use it in my grandma's house, it wasn't called activated, it was charcoal where she would put her firewood and would
It's
get
only
there
it's
and
only
gone.
Real charcoal, right?
Yes.
I never know about these things. Nobody ever tells me these things.
You're too...
I used to
Nobody
use
tells me now.
ashes, the ashes as a child
Yes.
to clean.
You clean your
Ew.
teeth.
But it's raining now. Like
What's
it's
Very
packaged
safe.
abroad, nicely packaged
Yes, and now it's called
charcoal, and it's
activated
tush.
charcoal.
Organic. It's good for your mouth.
Let's go on a break. It's Thursday. It's Wednesday, right?
It's Wednesday,
it's
Mariah. We're not
Wednesday.
And we are actually heading to the polls on Saturday.
Yes.
So many of us, especially those of us in the audience, are clueless on who exactly they are voting for, what to even vote for, what about
what are
on
they
Saturday. So today we'll try to break it down to let you understand what your legislators within your state are supposed to be doing for you, and why you should vote for them, and who you no, not who should vote for. You can now choose who you want to vote for. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. We forgot to recognize our first-timers. Are there any first-timers in the building? Any first-timers? Hey, I saw some faces. How you guys doing? Welcome to the show. Good to have you. You know, we have to do this first-timer thing. It's very important.
Yeah. We need to have a first-timer.
Mr. Daniel, do not sing for us. You are welcome. Let's drop that. All right. So, as we all prepare for the State House of Assembly elections, which comes up this Saturday, we're now asking, how well do you know our legislators? And how can we hold them accountable? Also, what really are their roles? Joining us on the conversation is 070-806-668-014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweet. All right, so what I want us ladies to talk about first is, what exactly do we expect of our lawmakers within our states? Now, we don't have to restrict this to Lagos and not, but within our community, we'll also come to the audience and see what are those things within your communities that you feel that the legislators must pay attention to, especially when making laws. And later on, we're going to bring in a lawmaker. We'll ask him what he has been doing first. And let him not give him
what our limitations are.
What our limitations are. So let us dream first. We'll now call him to tell us if we can dream that big. All right, so let me start with Nima. I know you have Alimosho issues. Okay, Zamu Odofin, right?
Zamu Odofin,
right.
So I almost got off the car on Monday to just make a live video to say we do not have government here. I've said it over and over. We don't know who the House of Reps members are.
The posters are around now.
It's only when they are doing Keke na Pepe giveaway. We don't feel them. With the difficulty an average resident of that area go through. So they maybe when they want to buy posh houses, they live in Amu Odofin, Festac area, sit there and forget that their taxes that they used to develop and do all those big things in that area come from trade fair.
Right.
Come from the border community bordering Ojo. They don't come there. The roads there, from that trade fair on that bridge right in front of you, any normal person will see what we suffer there. They know the tank farms are there. People are risking their life, and we don't have a House of Assembly member screaming on the floor. Let us come and line up behind him saying, put a fire service in this area. Come and fill potholes and do roads. See, it's beyond lawmaking. We know every day you sit in the house, you get your sitting allowances, you go and do photo ops and all that. Come and share Keke na Pepe. That's not what we are talking about.
Right.
We, the communities, the CDAs, are every day trying to get on TV to say how difficult it is to live in that area.
Right. Now, let's talk about it because there are other areas too that have similar issues.
Yes, I believe that the reason for the House of Assemblies beyond lawmaking is for representation.
Yes.
And that is why it is compulsory that anybody that is going to that position must be from specific locations geotagged that, okay, this is Lagos State, we have 20 areas that would have representative come from. And the reason is because we want you to understand the plight of your people so that when you are in the House, you are lobbying to protect and represent those people. Our expectations should not be, and I'm talking to our electorate now, that going to the assembly means that they would pay your medical bills or they would be able to fund your child's school fees. That is not what your expectation should be. Your expectation should be that they would ensure that the schools within your area have good facility and good structure. That's their job, is to ensure that hospitals within your area, if you have any complaints that I went to the hospital, there was no drug, there was no nurse, you went to a clinic, there was no doctor on night duty, then you tell your representative, who would now take it to the committee in view of
so the health sector. So they must have a constituency office that you can see. So you can walk into one PA, will not be telling your guys not on seat, right petition. You walk into them, they should be accessible.
Yes. So we also expect you to be accessible because you are going there for us. All the money you are getting paid is because we believe that you would fight for us in a way that we can't fight for ourselves.
Okay.
So those are a few of our expectations.
Also in areas of roads. Because there's always like a thin line between which one is state, local government, and how do we even ensure that we have our roads are properly maintained?
One major challenge we have with our lawmakers, even with Lagos and all of that, is that when they get elected into office from Ajangbadi, they will relocate to Banana Island.
Simple.
That's it, though.
And they keep
and
their
you're representing
house.
that place.
Yes.
That's it.
They will keep their house in that locality for political purpose alone, but they don't live there.
Yes.
That is a total contravention of what they are meant to do.
Because
you are
you
meant to
lose touch with
drive on
reality.
those
One
roads.
second.
You are meant to go to those hospitals. You're meant to be in that area. But when you are far from the area you're representing, you don't know what is going on there.
There was a lawmaker I spoke to Tokwe not too long ago, and he was saying that we actually have a lot of laws, but the issue has always been implementation. Now, what can we now do to ensure, to help our lawmakers go further than presenting the law, enacting the law, and then enforcing? It's difficult for them to actually enforce because they're not, they have an oversight duty. But they must at least, there's got to be some way they're able to maintain, to ensure that those laws they put in place are properly carried out. Because we don't see it being carried out. They'll argue with you that there are laws on fire services, laws on road maintenance uses, all that, but they'll tell you that also
make sure that
it's done.
Yes. For me, in Surulere community, I think I've lived there now nearly a decade.
Right.
And from what I see, I'm not the sort that goes around Surulere to check things, but from what I've seen so far, it seems to me like the Surulere community is working. But please, viewers can call in and just let us know a better picture. This is just my experience. And I remember reading somewhere in 2017, we used to have a lot of flood. When it rains in Surulere, there'll be flood, and then all the rubbish, you know. And the representative at the National Assembly, Badger, talked about working on it in 2018. So we'll wait for the rainy seasons in 2019 to see if that has been done. But secondly, we have the only thing I also noticed is that I only know the APC. Only know the APC candidates. I don't know if they run against other party members. So I know Badger and I know Desmond Elliott. And so I think it's also the responsibility of those who are running for this, to go around the communities. You can come to our estates, come during our meetings.
Let's know who you
and
are.
have a talk with us and tell us what your plans are.
Okay, thank you for bringing up the issue of refuse, because I think it was it's pretty cogent. We know the issue that happened with the Visionscape and all that, and the drama that happened within Lagos State. Now, we're not interested in the politics. We, the people, don't care about the politics. We know we want a proper sanitation service provider within Lagos State. Something that fits the mega city status, something that looks decent. Because the other day, I was driving by, and I saw this totally broken down, run down truck driving on the express. It was actually practically pulling itself. Very raggedly looking. I'm wondering, is this what we used to replace
Cleaner Lagos.
Cleaner Lagos initiative? Like, what exactly is this? So what are our lawmakers doing to ensure that whoever it is that's going to be our providers are giving certain standards they must abide by to ensure that not just for you to clear the streets, but you must have a proper facility, a proper materials that you're using to fit our city, because it looks horrible.
There's a lot of politics involved in the refuse issue.
We're not interested in
and
politics.
I don't want to discuss it, but you asked a very important question regarding enforcement. And I must say that the most powerful of all the three we have, the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, is the legislature. They are the most powerful. They have oversight function. They have lawmaking capacity. They can stop executive from doing anything. They are, in actual fact, the strongest of all of them. So they can.
But they seem powerless right now.
That is the problem.
So
which is why I am happy we're having this show, which is let people understand how powerful they are. The oversight function they're supposed to do, we're not seeing the effectiveness.
Okay, let me come to the audience, because I want to know what is in your area. You've heard everybody say one or two things about things in their various communities. Could you just highlight one or two things in your community that you feel that the lawmakers are not doing well? I'll come to you, Daniel, then I'll come to the lady in the cap.
Sister Nima just hit the nail at the head.
Right.
Because when it comes to roads, our roads in Nigeria, most especially in Lagos, where I stay in Ikeja, is an eyesore. It's a terrible thing. So if at all any governor or anybody has to come in, they have to tackle the roads, number one. Number two, power supply. Then number three, the traffic system in Nigeria, in Lagos, is an eyesore. Because anytime I'm going out anywhere, maybe with my mom or anywhere, at times we are delayed in the traffic for like 3-4 hours. Our church is at Yaba.
Right.
When we close from church in the evening, we don't reach home. I start Ikeja. We don't reach home about 3-4 hours. So it's terrible. They need to tackle traffic system and the roads.
Fantastic. That's a very, very good point, Mr. Daniel. Let's take one more comment. That's true. The governorship election is also this weekend.
Yes.
So combine the whole thing together. Yes, go ahead, madam.
Also, I want to talk about drugs. I live around Mushin, Surulere. The drugs, the thing of secret court too, among secondary school, need to be tackled.
Your mic.
You don't have a mic. You don't have a mic.
One in cap. Yes, go ahead, please.
I want to talk about my area.
Yes.
I live at Oworoshoki, and I want to tell the representative who will win this election to please remember Sawmill area, Oworoshoki. There are a lot of people in that area. There is a slope from Salami down. Every time there is an accident there. It's very serious, and we want them to bring an hospital in that area. We are more than 300,000 people living in that
area.
It's a new area.
There's a general hospital.
No, there is no general hospital there.
Sawmill,
We need, yes, Sawmill, Oworoshoki.
Yes, now it's close to Bagada General Hospital now.
No, it's not close. It's not close. It's down inside. It's a developing area. We are building new houses there. Please let them come. That slope from Salami down is killing people.
Okay, so don't worry. I know we have more comments, but we'll take the comments a bit later because trust me, we have a lawmaker in the house. We'll try to throw him some jabs. Don't worry. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, joining us is a lawmaker of Shomolu constituency, 2, Lagos State House of Assembly, Mr. Rotimi Abiru. Welcome to the show. Rotimi Abiru, Honorable Rotimi.
Thank you very much.
So he went on the street to ask people how well do they know their lawmakers. Watch this clip.
I live in Mushi constituency 2.
So do you know the person that is representing your constituency?
Well, they don't come around, and after the election they relocate. Before the election they make themselves available, traceable, accessible. But after the election they change the environment. So most of them relocate to VGC, Magodo, VI, and it baffles me when the electorate vote them again, because these are people you don't see first, second, third year. Then when election is around 6 months, they start showing up, giving you rice, giving you gari. I will just advise or encourage the electorate. They should not allow all these incentive to becloud their reasoning, not to have a stock that, okay, this man is supposed to represent us for the 4 years. Where are you in the last 2-3 years? So why are you just coming now? Where do you stay in this constituency? Can we knock at your door at odd hours? I want to talk to our representative. So these are areas the electorate needs to start looking at above the incentive and other things like that.
I don't even know my constituency 1. I don't know the person. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know whether it's a male or female. So I don't even know what I'm supposed to say about that person. That will make me to be convinced that I'm ready to vote for this person come March 9. They comes around, share flyers, money, blah, 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 make a lot of promises, and at the end of the day, once you vote for them, they fly to the thin air. And with the same masses that vote for them, they trample on our heads to make their way through. For me, I would like the government to bring them closer to us.
Thanks. People keep saying that they'll come and they'll disappear. Oga, where do you live? Do you live in Shomolu?
Yes, I do. I live within my constituency.
Okay. Are you sure?
Very, very correct.
You're on national TV.
Sure.
Okay, all right. So I think that's not for him.
I do live like that.
That's one mark.
Okay. All right, so you've heard people talk about cultism within their neighborhoods, traffic issues, bad roads, a slope in Sawmill. People are complaining about healthcare centers, fire services. As a lawmaker, what do you do to help bridge this gap? Because obviously we have the governor, you can't do it all. We have the governor, we have the local governments, we have all the councillors. What is your role in all these issues Nigerians have highlighted?
Well, thank you very much, Mariah. Firstly, it's a pleasure to be here. And I think what is most important is for us to appreciate the roles of a lawmaker.
Okay.
Now, firstly, I mean, it is actually in fourfold. We're there to make laws. We're there to represent our people. We're there to carry out oversight on the executive and also legitimize government policies and programs. Now, that is the basic responsibility of a lawmaker. Now, in terms of infrastructural development, this is actually under the purview of the executive. But of course, we're there to lobby for projects to come to our various constituencies. But you'll agree with me that government on its own does not have all the money to provide all the needs of the people at a time. Of course, so the available resources of government is shared amongst critical sectors of the economy. There's education, there is health, there is security, and all of that. So basically, apart from a lawmaker, we are state lawmakers, we also have government at the local government. I mean, where councillors do exist. Councillors legislate for the local government. House of Assembly members legislate for the state, while National Assembly, that is both the House of Reps and the Senate, legislate for the federal government.
Use the word lobby. What have you lobbied for your people since you've gotten to office?
Well, quite a lot. As we speak, we have projects going on, state projects going on in my constituency. Government has just completed Ilaje Road, which has actually been a major challenge for us in the past. As we speak, the government of Akinwumi Ambode has also built a jetty there in Ilaje. When this jetty comes on stream, it's going to provide employment for the locals, you know, those around there. Also, we have an ongoing project as we speak on Odusi Street, there in Bariga too. Beyond that, there are quite a number of projects, and school projects and things like that.
So, Honorable, how many terms have you done so far?
Well, I have done 3 terms, and I'm also seeking elections for a 4th term.
Hey!
It may seem that your constituents love you and maybe they feel your impact. But we had a guest come on our show a few days ago and he said we should ask what are the bills that you have sponsored. We don't ask the right questions. So I want to ask, in the 3 terms you have, what are those bills that you have pushed?
Well, most of the laws we make, some are executive bills, you know, and then beyond making or sponsoring bills, there are various other ways you contribute. Personally, I was a part of, I've co-sponsored quite a number of bills. There is the one on LASU, you know, that reduced the tenure of the Vice Chancellor of LASU from a 2-term to 1 term because of the numerous crises we faced at that time. And since that has been done, you'll agree with me that peace has since returned to LASU. All the Vice Chancellors, they now do a term. And this is quite commendable.
Okay. So one of the complaints we've had from almost everybody that we asked questions, Vox Pop, personally, is that our politicians become unavailable, inaccessible once they get into power. We also have cases where people reach out to them and they get PA not available, phone calls, they don't pick it. The constituency office is not connected to you personally. So I have this worry that, is it that when people get into politics, they go there to serve the politicians in their party? Because we know you do development and all the constituency projects, but they are done for party members. But not only party members vote you into power. So I would like you to clarify, how can you be accessed so that those that want to meet you can meet you? And if this is wrong, what are we doing wrong that is making it look like our politicians are not accessible?
Thank you very much. Firstly, I represent the people of Bariga as I speak. I have a constituency office, a functional one, at number 13 Bariga Road. I also live within the constituency. Now, I've heard someone speak here that once we get elected into office, we don't live within our constituency. Well, I'm not holding brief for everybody. It may happen like that for some people. But you can just imagine someone who represents Badagry and works in Ikeja here. Yes, I appreciate the challenge of traffic. It may not be so easy for such a person to come from Badagry every day to Ikeja. But you see, what I expect, you know, and this is even very important, is for everyone to have a functional constituency office where he can be reached, you know. And you see, within the House of Assembly, we have also set aside one day, you know, to spend in the constituency. We sit 3 times in a week. Ordinarily, beyond sitting, we have some, I mean, our site work is not done on, I mean, it is not done in plenary. So Wednesday and Friday, Wednesday particularly, is left for us to
Let me let Nima throw in a question before we go on a break. Yes, go ahead, Nima.
So I was going to object to the lawmaker not staying in the area. If you live in Badagry, you would know that Badagry people are living in hell on the roads that they go through. I wanted you to expatiate on your limitations as to your oversight function. If, for instance, there's a bad road within your constituency, and I'm talking to the people in my constituency, they know themselves, what limitations do you have? Can't you call on the local government chairman, compel, or even do a rally, let people see you speaking for your people, so that your people know they feel you? Can you put pressure on the local government chairman? Can you put pressure on the state government? Can you talk for your people? What limitations would you have as to doing that as a lawmaker?
Well, thank you very much. As for roads, you know, there are roads, I mean, there are roads that are regarded as state roads. Some are federal government roads. And some actually, you know, inner roads are for local government to tackle, you know. And it behoves on us, really, when we see such challenge, for us to call either on the local government chairman to pay attention to the roads that are within his purview, or we actually call on the man in Abuja, the House of Reps man, to also do that.
Okay, we have to go on a break. We know that's supposed to be done, but our issue is it being done? But let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll take some more calls and talk to the audience. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
All right, thank you so much. So, Oga, we have very little time. I need you to answer our questions very well. Our audience asked very critical questions. Cultism within certain areas. The issue in Sawmill area, there's a slope that people have accidents there. Traffic and road. I know you talked a bit about road, but what they want to know from you, sir, which is what Nima was trying to allude to, what is your own role? Is it that you're going to put pressure on certain areas, certain government officials, and executives to help clear away certain cults and all these inner issues, inter-town issues? They need to know what your role is within, what you expect of you.
What is limiting you?
Thank you very much. On the issue of cultism, you know, it has to do not with the lawmaker, but with our homes, you know. Victims of drugs, cultism, are sometimes products of broken homes, you know. And it is just a pointer of the fact that we've lost our values in Nigeria as a people, you know. But of course, it is for government not, you know, I mean, it is for government to try and tackle, you know, areas that these illicit drugs are being sold. But as for those taking it, we have to start from our homes, from parents, you know. They need to take good care of their wards.
All right, thank you very much. Let's take another comment from the audience. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Linda, and I was born in Shomolu. I stay in Shomolu. And there's this, when it rains, this covering on the drainage, I think the drainages are full. we need the environmental people to come and pack it up because the water is not going in through the holes that were made there. Then, sir, we need traffic lights, street lights in our area. Once it's dark like this, everywhere is always like, we are scared of these boys snatching phones and handbags everywhere. Please.
So this lady is in your constituency.
Yes.
So
I know,
Honorable.
Now. I know Honorable, but we don't have access to him like that. But I know him.
They have indicted you on national TV.
Just imagine she just came to your office to complain. What would you tell her?
Well, it's an opportunity meeting you here. We should have met at home. But I share some of your concerns, you know. For drainages, I agree. You know, there are some primary drains, which is the responsibility of local government, some as the responsibility of the state government. But also, as citizens of Nigeria, we also have a role. We also have responsibilities. How does debt get into drainages? It is people, you know, that actually do this, you know. So it is for each and every one of us to do that is expected of us.
No answer that
Government
question.
is not about us. I mean, government is you and I.
What would you tell her you would do? What can you say gun for her right now?
I mean, for me, I will actually take your complaint over to the local government chairman for that to actually, for that to be attended.
Thank you. All right, let me take a few more comments. I'll take tweets. Let me take 2 more comments. Yes, sir. And the lady.
Bello Monsoro by name. So I want to complain about Bagada General Hospital.
Okay.
All the facilities in Bagada General Hospital are very old and they charge expensively. And the burns and trauma department, all the roofs are leaking, whereby patients can't sleep at night when rain is falling. And they charge excessively in that place.
So I knew it was leaking like 2 years ago. I didn't know they've not fixed it till now.
Okay, let me take 1 more comment from the lady in the blue. Okay, thanks for the complaint. Let me take the comment from the lady in blue down here. Then, yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Honorable sir, all we have been asking, we have not seen solution, as far as I'm concerned. Now you are pointing it to the homes that discipline, cultism that parents should take care. Is it not all the politicians that are using the youths, using the children? They will come out and campaign for you people. These people come from homes. Your children are abroad. Your own children are not here. And when you say that we should start from home, you are a father. Charity begins at home.
Okay.
When you get into power and we can't access it, you are not accessible, your PA will be by the door. You have entourage, you have people that will stand by that. Honorable is not available. What do we do to such situation? How does parents that are at home and their children are being used to campaign, to carry guns and everything? How do they manage?
Point taken. Let's take a few tweets. Let's take a few tweets, please.
I want them lawmakers to focus on the environment. Our people don't seem to know the consequences of actions, and someone needs to compel them. Soon we would wake and find we are drowning under discarded plastics. The effect can already be seen during flooding. Joshua T. Medugu says, good morning. The role of the legislators are to provide good roads and social amenities, not to be buying luxury cars and enriching their families.
Wow.
Okay.
Faith Mobule says, government doesn't have enough money yet. Monies are being embezzled by the same government in power. Don Cristo says, my view is that I don't think I'm going to go out to vote. I don't know any one of them contesting in any party, so I'm not going to go and stand.
Okay, we have to run off because I don't have any more time. But, sir, your lasting comments. You've heard, let's just imagine these are your constituencies.
Very well.
And they've all come to complain and they're lamenting. Give us a final word as we close the show.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure those in government are also listening. For the man that complained about General Hospital, that your observation is taken. And I want to assure you that we'll take that back to government for it to be attended to. And on the issue of accessibility, like I said, I have a constituency office. And for real, we have assistants. And I tell you, we cannot afford to pick all the calls that come on our phones. If we do that, we won't have time to do any other thing. We receive calls every minute. Right. And of course, we're elected for a purpose. So, but of course, if we're not picking up your calls, does not mean that we can't attend to your text messages. But like I said, Government is about you and I. It's not about us alone. I've taken my own part.
Okay.
I also want the audience to take their own part.
That's it.
You know, so that we can jointly make Lagos and Nigeria a better place for all.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming, sir.
Thank you very much.
So he has taken his own part. He has taken his learnings. We also, as a people, must take our own learning. Don't throw trash on the road because that's your drainages will block.
Don't drive on one way.
Yeah, exactly. So we must take our own learning. But the government, we are all part of the government, all right? Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Audience, you were fabulous today. You came in your elements today. It's all good. That's all we can take. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.